The cases we have followed, this is at the bottom of that page, have been most interesting. In fact, many of them are amazing. For a doctor to use the word amazing, he says it's amazing what Silkworth saw. He says the unselfishness of these men as we have come to know them. The absence, the entire absence of profit motive. In other words, you can't have any expectation. Only that you want to see them have an amazing life. You want to share your recovery with them. And I'll tell you, it doesn't happen all the time, but every once in a while, you guys know that somehow you get some guy to a 4-step, someone to a 9-step. And suddenly you see this magic. You see the magic. I can't help talking about this. I was at a meeting in Atlanta with about 300 guys. And, you know, they have that primary purpose group down there. And at the end of the meeting, they say, well, everybody that's willing to sponsor stand up. The entire room stood up. And I was like, I almost felt like I was levitating. I go, that's amazing. In my area, only 2 guys stand up. How's that possible? The secretary says, well, in our group, when a new guy comes in, what we do is 4 or 5 of us get him together as a group. Kim will take him through 1 through 3. Johnny will do a 4-step with him. This guy over here will go out and knock on doors, make amends with him. And then we get him involved in H&I work right away, and if he doesn't want to do it, we suggest he finds another home group. It's like, wow. But it works. The fact is that I had never seen a more enthusiastic, excited, respectful group of young, and they were young. They were young people. If I ever see an 18-year-old taking a 16-year-old through the book, I'm going to say, beautiful. Do it. Mark Houston used to say, if you go to the ocean with a thimble, you get a thimble full of water. If you go to the ocean with your whole life, if you say, God, take all of me. If you say today, just let me give myself to this process, all of it. Just do it all. Do everything we suggest. If you're new, I know there's a lot of new guys here. Give it a year. Give everything you got to this thing. Do the work, do the inventory, get the commitments, be of service. If it doesn't work after a year, we guarantee you we'll refund your misery with interest. And I don't mean that to be funny. It's always out there. The liquor store and the dope man are right there. But like I've got this great poster. It says, if you want something you've never had before, you do something you've never done. And it's a guy standing on a cliff about to base jump. You know, it's courageous. But 3rd step. It's a 3rd step. Just give yourself to this. So what I'm trying to do with this when I'm working with a guy in this is I'm taking some of these places that I've shared on, I highlight them, and I talk about them with them. Just like I'm talking to you guys about it. I want to get them excited about this event that happened in 1935 to 1939 and how that reflects on this now. And, you know, I think Bill C. says it. AA... Wilson was in Time magazine as being responsible for one of the largest social movements of the last century. AA has affected the lives of millions and millions of people worldwide, 30 million people indirectly through all these sister and cousin programs. And again, you know why I don't think it's going to work for me? Because it wasn't my idea. And again, if you're new, again, be open-minded to this. So the word altruism here, absence of profit motive, it means that I have no other angle, that I just want to be helpful. So he uses the phenomenon of craving here. We're going to take a break in about 1 minute, and then we're going to come back to this. So let's break. We're right on time, right? Okay. Thanks, guys.